Good morning.
Good morning.
Joyous day here in the chambers. Good morning to everybody. I'll call the Ramsey County Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Our first item is the roll call.
Carter. Here. Huffman.
Here.
McGuire.
Here.
Ortega.
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Here.
McDonough.
Here. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Our first item is to approve the agenda for January 8th, please.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
McGuire.
Aye.
Ortega.
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye.
Carter.
Yes.
Huffman.
Aye.
McDonough.
Aye. Our next item is to approve the minutes from December 18th, 2018.
So moved.
Second. We have motion and second. Any corrections? Roll call.
McGuire.
Aye.
Ortega.
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye.
Carter.
Yes.
Huffman.
Aye.
McDonough.
Aye. All right. We're moving into the oath of office while everybody's here today. Our first oath will be to Commissioner Tony Carter, and that will be by Judge Tanya Bransford. So Tony, you and your family and all your supporters and Judge, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll give everybody a moment to come on up.
I'd like to ask that all my family join me here, and also support staff from the District 4 office, past and present, if you will come forward, and supporters who are here for my swearing in. Thank you so very much. Like the little ones to be seen.
Bring forth the little children.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Walitha Tony Carter,
I, Walitha Tony Carter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially exercise
and that I will faithfully and impartially exercise
and discharge the duties of the position of Ramsey County Commissioner, to which I have been elected, to the best of my ability and understanding.
to the best of my ability and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Commissioner Carter.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to just say thank you to all who are here, not just my family and my community supporters, but clearly to everyone here in attendance, all of our community, whether you are here because of my election or if you are here because of others. Thank you for taking the time to join us in this important moment. I also, you know that it's clear, people took time off of school and work to come. And so I want to say a very, very intentional thank you to my family, of course, to my husband, Melvin Carter, for being here, to all my grandchildren who are here, and of course to my family and friends that have joined us here. Just a very intentional thank you for making this moment special. You know, we have been able to do a lot of work together to ensure that Ramsey County remains and grows as a vibrant community where our aspiration is that all are healthy and well and also able to prosper. We've done that because of the support that we have all received from our families. You know, I'm saying a special thank you to mine now because of the support that we've received from our staff, you know, my staff here with me today, of course, Matt Hill, where are you? Beverly Hammond, where are you? And in the office with me previously, Vicki Sukason and Noel Nix, thank you. So now that I've mentioned names, I probably have to, I won't do them all, but you will learn them all over time. I'm very excited about the fact that we have together as a board and with our county manager, our entire county staff, built a plan, a strategic plan that will take us forward with a focus on engaging and listening carefully to our community and in driving toward equity. You know, this is essential for our health and prosperity. And I am so proud and thankful that all of us on the Ramsey County Board, our entire staff, and our community supports the work that we've been doing. You know, it is a challenging set of work indeed. And as we are challenged with managing through the difficulties of these moments, which are so important to us right now, we also have a great opportunity to achieve greatness and to set an example and a model for the entire county, for the entire country right here in Ramsey County. So once again, thank you all so very much. You can be sure that it is my promise to serve this county and all of us with my commitment, my entire energy, and passion for the work that we do together. Take care and be blessed.
Don't run off yet. Jackie. Don't run off. Don't run off.
Wait.
We'll have Jackie come in the middle and get a nice picture here.
Is Jackie?
Wrong,
This Jackie. Jackie
Okay.
with the camera.
Okay. I thought you were saying Jackie Cooper was here, and I would have had to recognize her. And that gives me an opportunity to say a special thank you to my friend, Judge Tanya Bransford Lewis, who is here with us today. And Chevelle is here, too. Yeah, I know.
Squeeze it a little tighter. There we go.
Oh, so cute.
Nice picture. Congratulations, Commissioner Carter. Our next oath of office will be Commissioner-elect Trista Mastias Castillo will become formally Commissioner Trista Mastias Castillo. She'll be sworn in by Chief Judge John Guthrie. All of Trista's supporters, feel free to come on up.
And that would be the whole one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You've all worked hard for this moment. Come on up and be a part of the celebration.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Trista Montes Castillo,
I, Trista Matas Castillo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially exercise and discharge
that I will faithfully and impartially exercise and discharge
the duties of the position of Ramsey County Commissioner
the duties ugly guys, the duties of the position of Ramsey County Commissioner,
to which I have been elected,
to which I've been elected,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
so help me God.
so help me God. Sorry, that was rough. The first time I took an oath was 28 years ago. But I was only 17 years old then, and I can tell you, when I took that oath of enlistment in the United States Navy, I certainly didn't have an audience like this. And so I am so incredibly honored and exciting, and this is tears of joy. And when my boys are wrestlers, when they get off the mat, they often cry too. And it is adrenaline and excitement that bring these tears. I'm excited to be here and to join this great team, a ready-made team of leaders who have done incredible work for our county. I'm excited to join you and take a seat at the table, to represent my community and District 3, to bring energy and passion and the voices of not only the folks that are in this room, but all those that can't be in this room here today with us. And to know that I will work tirelessly and I will continue to grow as we do this work together. I'll try not to be that a freshman that annoys all of you.
Looking forward to it, actually.
But I will continue to push and challenge and bring my own perspective to this table so that we can do this great work. As many of you know, I am not just a resident of Ramsey County, but I've been a consumer of Ramsey County services. My son Hunter, who is severely disabled, has required county services for the last 17 years. And so I come from this at a different perspective, and that I'm coming from both the person who walks in off the street in need of county services, in need of compassion and help, and also as a policymaker. And so I hope that we can bring those two avenues together to really move our county forward and make sure that Ramsey County works for all of us. Thank you.
All right, you guys are all going to have to squeeze in nice and tight.
Yeah, we can come up together. We don't have to be in Minnesota. They can't tell we're moved up. Okay, look at the camera, guys. I think it's good. Thank
Commissioner
you.
Mastis Castile, we are looking forward to that big heart joining us at the table.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. And a nice seat it is.
All right, next up for the oath of office will be Commissioner Jim McDonough, and that oath will be given by Judge Sophia Vidlu. Jim McDonough, please join us at the podium.
Just us.
It's just
Joanne.
in the world, right here.
That's okay.
Okay, young man, I know you're new at this.
I am.
Are you ready?
I watched you do Sheriff Fletcher's yesterday. Keep mine even in shorter sentences.
Please repeat after me. I, Jim McDonough,
I, Jim McDonough,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
exercise and discharge
the
duties of the position
duties of the position
of Ramsey County Commissioner.
of Ramsey County Commissioner.
Can you handle that one?
I can. I'm looking forward to it.
To which I have been elected,
To which I have been elected,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and understanding.
and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
So I think you all know I have a much larger family than I have here today, but I have the three most favorite people in my life, other than my mom, who is not able to be here today. My wife, Carol, who 18 years ago on a Sunday night, 2 days before election filing, I went up to her and I said, you know, I'm thinking about maybe running for an elected office here on the Ramsey County Board. What do you think? And she was in from day one, and she's been my partner in life for 47 years, and she makes me a better person every single day. Joanne Ellis, who is the next person I actually talked to, but that was on Monday, the day before filing, and she was all in, and she's been a part of the team here since day one, and just does an amazing job for me and our community and for the county. And of course, Judge, in breaking so many barriers yourself and being a part of that, and I'm so honored and proud that you were a part of my day today. You've heard, and I think most of us are aware of this journey we've been on, especially the last 5 years. The sport has really stepped up. And, you know, I've thought a lot about this on this journey that we're on. And what it comes down for me, and what I hope it comes down for you, for so many years, it was about what we did. It was about what we did. And now it's not only about what we do, but it's how we do it. For us to be successful, how we do it has to rise above what we're doing. Those are the connections, those are the relationships, the respect that we give to the community and understanding, the inclusion that we bring into the community and our community engagement, the outreach we do and the work we do with our 4,000 employees to make sure that what we do in excellence. We do it with our heart and our minds, and we do it every single day to make a difference in this county. And I couldn't be more proud to be a part of a team and be a part of that journey with all of us and with all of you in this room to make our communities be more successful and provide more opportunities for so many people that have been left behind for so long. And there's one word that I will end here, and it's onward. Onward. We've got a lot more work to do, and I see all these smiley faces, and I'm looking forward to doing it with those smiley faces. So thank you so much. Thank you. All right, hey, we got to squeeze in really tight here. Really tight.
That's good picture.
Thanks, Jackie. Thank you.
We didn't have
Thank
to
you.
scrunch.
All right. Our next oath of office will be County Commissioner Rafael Ortega and sworn in by Judge Sean Bardish. Rafael and your family and supporters and Judge.
It doesn't make a difference.
Please raise your right hand.
Over here.
You have to raise your right hand, though. All right. Please repeat after me. I, Rafael Ortega,
I, Rafael Ortega,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
exercise and discharge the duties
exercise and discharge the duties
of the position of Ramsey County Commissioner,
of the position of Ramsey County Commissioner,
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
to the best of my ability and understanding.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. First, I want to thank Judge Shabaj for the second time of swearing me in. And I met Sean 24 years ago when I started campaigning for this position, and I knocked on her door, and she's always been a good advisor and supporter, and I want to thank you for that. And now she's been a judge for 6 years or so, and great asset to our bench. Thank you so much. I want to thank my family that's here, and for all the support that they've given me throughout the years. I do want to, with your permission, sort of talk about two folks that are not here. My mom, who's into her 90s now, just finds it hard these days to get up and move around. And then if you remember 4 years ago, 2 days before I was sworn in, my sister passed away. And so for me, this is a little bittersweet in the sense that it's a recollection of that event. She was always a supporter and, quite frankly, almost a pain in the butt when I was campaigning, because she kept calling me, you got to be here, you got to be there. And I miss her, and I just want to remember her. I also want to thank the folks in my office, Ken and where is Jen? Jen is not here. Oh, she's back there. Come up, Jen. You know, without the support of your board staff, who really deal with the constituency work when you're at meetings and doing things that require us to be at different places, it just makes it difficult to serve our folks who come to us with issues unless they're there to sort of make that happen and help folks. The other is the county manager's office and the staff there. You know, they carry out our work. We sit here and we sort of plot the strategy and where we want to go, but we really depend on the county manager's office to make those things happen. And the other, of course, is our frontline staff. They're really the people that day to day serve our community. They're the ones that care for our people. And so it's an honor that I have been able to work with them. And I want to let them know that the entire board, not just I, appreciate the work they do. We get a lot of kudos for the services that are provided to our community. I just want to say that it's been quite a pleasure. This is my 7th term, and I want to thank the people of the 5th District. They keep sending me back, and I appreciate that. I love the work. I hope that, and that they feel the same as I do, that I am working as hard as possible to make good things happen for our community. And I want to say thank you to all the folks of the 5th District for today, for being here. And as we move forward, as my colleagues have stated, we will engage in moving forward to the future, in redesigning our services, in evaluating how do we make them better. And with your help, with the community's help, take any input, any criticism of any service that we provide, any good faith advice to make it better for all of us is going to be more than welcomed. So thank you so much, and God bless.
Squeeze in.
That's great. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Congratulations, Commissioner Ortega. Next up for the oath of office will be County Attorney John Choi by Judge Laura Nelson. John, Judge, family, supporters. Welcome.
All the staff members, you guys should feel free to come on up. You guys should be working, but
They are working. John, they got your back today.
there we go.
Raise your right hand. I, John Choi,
I, John Choi,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
exercise and discharge
the duties
of the position of Ramsey County Attorney,
the duties of the position of Ramsey County Attorney,
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
so help me God.
so help me God. Well, the sentiments from all the others who have been sworn in before me today, I know that one thing that we all share is that it's truly an honor and a privilege to be able to represent the public and to do this work on behalf of the constituents. You know, for the Choi family, we just recently took a 13-day vacation, and it was the first time I'd been away from the office for that long of a period of time. But when you take those longer vacations, one of the things that you realize is that when you get towards the end of that vacation, it's time to come home, right? And for me, I know for a fact that this is my home. And our story started, our American story started in 1973 when my parents immigrated from South Korea. I was 3 years of age. And little did they ever expect or think that their son would one day become the county attorney. In fact, they were just hoping that I'd maybe do something in the context of being a doctor or a lawyer, something along those lines. And it all worked out very well. And thanks to the dedication of my parents and my sisters here, and then my lovely wife, Yoon, and of course my two children, Will and Nadia. Will is 10 years of age and Nadia is 7. And I remember when I first got sworn in back in 2011, Nadia wasn't here with us, but Will was, and he was about, I think at that time, about a little less than 3 years of age, and he was very squirrely, and so he was like, when I was speaking, he was grabbing me, and I had to pick him up, and he ended up on the front page of the Pioneer Press. So it worked out pretty good. But again, it's just a real honor and a privilege for me to be able to do this work. I am very blessed by just this really dedicated and wonderful staff that are behind me. I couldn't be doing the work that I'm doing but for the dedication of my staff in the county attorney's office. I'm just so lucky. Every day I come to work and I recognize that one of the great things that I have is I've got this great team of really dedicated public servants. And so I really look forward to this next term, especially this past term, over the past 4 years. As a county attorney, you get to choose the things that you get to work on, but at the same time, a lot of things you don't get to choose. In fact, they just end up as something as a part of the job. And over the past 4 years, it's been a really tough one. There's been a lot of big, heavy issues that I've had to deal with. But thankfully, I've had the support from my family and my staff to do that work. And so as I look forward to the next 4 years, I'm really looking forward to some of the things that I really wanted to get to in the past term because of just some of the big things that were happening I wasn't able to get to. But one of the things that I've talked about for a very long time about is addressing some of the racial disparity issues in our criminal justice system and also just overall in our community. It's something that I truly believe that we need to intentionally work at, and I'm so grateful that as I look around this table here, I know that all of you share that goal and ideal of really getting to work on those issues. And so I look forward to the next 4 years. I feel very blessed, and I thank all of the support that I've had over the past 8 years, and I look forward to the next 4. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And I forgot to also just thank one person. I also want to thank Judge Laura Nelson for taking her time to be here with us today. Judge Nelson, I think, is a superstar parent. She's the leader of Nadia's Girl Scout troop, and she's just an amazing human being and also an amazing judge. So thank you very much.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Jackie, I'll get a picture. Squeeze in tight.
That's great. Perfect.
Congratulations, John. Next up, I'd like to call Sheriff Bob Fletcher up. Sheriff Fletcher was sworn in yesterday upstairs. A number of us were there to be there for that swearing in, and I know a lot of his leadership was sworn in yesterday, but I invite Sheriff Fletcher up to introduce his team and say a few remarks. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much. Honored to be here. Thank you for allowing us some time. As these ladies and gentlemen come in, I just want to tell you I've been away for 8 years. That's no secret. And as I came back and met with Jim McDonough and Ryan and Scott Williams, something did strike me, that the board has moved toward far more community engagement, far more community outreach than I had ever expected. My compliments to you, because it really shows. I met with John Thompson, I don't know if he's here, at Commissioner McDonough's request, and it's clear that you've made some huge strides. You mentioned 5 years, Jim, but I'm not sure how long it's been, but I'll tell you what, the county is really positioned well to have better relationships with the community. And I don't know if Tony's husband is still here. I know there he is, Melvin. I just want to say this, that the OG, the original community outreach person in this community that's done, was one of my mentors when I was a young police officer. I watched him help young kids that have been in trouble. I've watched him go to Boys Totem Town, to any place that kids need help. Melvin Carter II, please stand up. I just want everyone to recognize you. Thank you. Thank you. So most of you heard my comments yesterday. Thank you for being there, those of you that came. I do want to just take a minute to introduce a couple of members, the undersheriffs. Superintendent of the jail, Steve Leyden, spent many years at the prison system, also worked for the sheriff's office. But I want you to know he and I are committed to working on the issues to reform the detention system. Ryan has done some serious study. We want to be partners with you in helping address the mental health, the chemical addiction issues. You know, I had one son myself that struggled with the addiction, spent some time in the jail system. I know the weaknesses of this system, and we can make it better. We need to make sure that when people come into our system, that by the time they leave, they're at least as good or better off. There's no reason that the system should fail people when we have a captured audience. So whatever those addiction, mental health needs, educational needs are, Steve and I are committed to making sure that that happens. Tina McNamara, Senior Commander from the St. Paul Police Department Homicide Unit, exceptional police officer, exceptional person. She will be in charge of the Court Services Division, and your security here, you'll see her, and her glowing, friendly personality will emanate. But in addition to being a great administrator, great homicide investigator, great police officer, Tina has a heart as big as anything, and she's worked with young kids, with Stevie Randall and others, to get them out of gangs, to show them a window of how to get back into a mainstream and not struggle with those things. So we're glad to have her. Blake, your police chief here, Jeff Ramaker from the 7 contract cities. He'll be serving you up there, former inspector. It worked as a commander there for Rich Clark. I think you'll see a seamless transition as well. Bill Finney, I'm going to introduce in a minute because we're so honored and really proud to have him on the team. Dave Matuzlem, you know, former chief deputy when I was here before, but also executive director to the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association. Mike Martin, we stole away from the University of Minnesota. He was doing emergency management there, but also previously served as an inspector with the Minneapolis Police Department. I think if you talk to Chief Arredondo, he would say Mike did an awesome job of building community relations while he was there. And our secret weapon on the sheriff's office team is Roy Magnuson. And many of you know him. Roy will be our public information officer, but we're actually hoping to get much more out of him because of his connection to kids, his years, 30-plus years of teaching, coaching, etc. And I'm just really, really honored that he was willing to join us. As they stay at the Capitol, I'd like to yield my last 2 minutes to the most senior member of this staff, Bill Finney. And let me just say as he comes up here, are we lucky to have this guy on the team or what? So round of applause. It's no secret since Ferguson in 2013, the gap between some communities and law enforcement has widened. It's a top priority for me, and I know it's a top priority for Bill. We have to find a way to earn the trust. And one of my young friends, young millennial, I asked her, how do you feel about police officers? She said, well, when I look at them, I ask myself this question: what did you do to deserve that power? And I said, that's strange, because when we came on, we didn't think of it as power. But with all the shootings and the use of force, the feeling is that we have power, not just authority, but power. And we have to be able to answer that question for every sworn officer, every police officer in Minnesota, prove that they deserve to have that authority, or we'll never recapture that trust. Bill, thank you for being here. Thank you. Steve.
Just when you thought you've gotten rid of Finney in uniform, I show up in a different color uniform. I tell you, I'm honored again to be able to serve the county of Ramsey and the great city of St. Paul in public service. I guess it gets to be an addiction. I know I don't have to tell any of you, public service is an addiction, and it's a fond one. I'm committed to this county. I'm committed to our city. I'm working with a very professional, strong team of professionals who are committed to doing the best we can to ensure the public safety of Ramsey County. And that to me is a big deal. And for those that are listening, we need your support. We need your help. We need your participation. Come take a look at us. It's a great career. It's a wonderful opportunity to serve your community as a public safety officer. And we're going to be going out there with a team of very, very committed people to look at those individuals, try to attract them to come back in law enforcement, and to put down this latest belief that young people don't want to be police officers. They haven't been asked right. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure we do that. I'm going to be working with my old partner over here, Melvin Carter, because he works with young people who are very, very much interested in getting themselves back in order in their line. The sheriff is very interested in taking a look at people that have maybe gone down the path the wrong way, maybe gotten themselves in trouble with the law, how we can rehabilitate those people after they've served their penance, done their time. How do we make those individuals full participating members of our community again? We just don't want to shovel them off and discard them. We want to get them involved in their community and show that you made a bad mistake, you paid the price for that, and now we're here to help you, right from the people that put you in jail. So we're going to start there, and we're going to come forward, and I look forward to, I'm going to call upon many of you to assist me in reaching out to the communities and making sure that we, again, make Ramsey County as strong as it possibly can be for the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, you want to get a picture with your team here before you all run off? Jackie can get in the middle here. Get a nice picture here.
Sure. Dave and Mike, if you want to come up, I don't know if we might have too much. It's a lot of
you guys will have to.
Sure,
you'll have to touch and get
close. Yeah. Oh, you think we're too thick? That's what you're saying. You know they had a hard time getting all these shirts ready for us. You know. Come on in a little bit more. Sure.
Oh, that looks good.
Thank you.
All right. So if I can just indulge everybody's patience for one moment, I think a picture of the 4 commissioners, the sheriff and the county attorney and the 5 judges would be a nice picture for us all up here.
Yes. That means you, Raphael, and Tony.
Don't tell them. Wait to see how long.
Are the judges still here or did they leave? All right. Judge Guffman's here.
Some of us have stayed.
Any of the other judges here, join us up here, please. I think we might have to do 2 rows.
All right.
Okay.
Tony, run it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's that look, Jackie? All right?
It's good.
Nice picture. Great heights and everything.
Oh, just the 4 of us. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, thank you. Congratulations to everybody.
I'm going to get one of all of us. I want to be a picture.
All right. Our next item is to approve some policy items to get us set for the next year. Our first item is going to be to elect the chair of the board for 2019.
Mr. Chair?
Yes. Commissioner Reinhardt.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I would nominate Jim McDonough.
Second.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Roll call.
McGuire? Aye. Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo? Aye. McDonough?
Aye. And
Chair.
thank you so much and your confidence. Looking forward to a fantastic 2019, as I said earlier, onward. Our next item is to elect the vice chair for 2019 of the board.
Mr. Chair? Mr. Chair, I would move Commissioner McGuire for the vice chair.
Second.
Ortega, we have a motion for Commissioner McGuire. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just look forward to all of us working together on behalf of all of our amazing residents of Ramsey County. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Our next item is the rules and procedures for 2019. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion is second. Any questions or changes? Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Next item is appointments to the standing committees for 2019.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion is second. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Next item is appointments to outside boards and committees for 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions on this item? Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Our next item is appointment to the members of the Ramsey County Housing and Redevelopment Authority.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Our next item is appointment of members to the Ramsey County Regional Rail Authority.
So moved.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. Our next item is our administrative items. Commissioner McGuire.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to move items number 13.
Excuse me, I just want to make sure Mr. Montecastillo understands we move the administrative items as a block. The mover will list them individually. If you ever have a question or comment or concerns about one, you have the ability to pull it off.
Okay.
I don't think anything's going to get pulled today, but I just wanted to.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yep. All right, Commissioner McGuire.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to move items number 13, number 14, 15, item number 16.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
McGuire?
Aye.
Ortega?
Aye.
Reinhardt?
Aye.
Carter?
Yes.
Huffman?
Aye.
Montecastillo?
Aye.
McDonough?
Aye. I'm going to ask Commissioner Ryan O'Connor. We had a number of oaths today, but we also have a new member of the team joining. Ryan.
I appreciate the promotion to commissioner. I'm going to go demote myself back to county manager, Mr. Chair.
I'm already getting texts from my colleagues. What the heck?
In the moment of wanting to welcome new faces and leadership to Ramsey County, if I could ask Dr. Paul Allwood to come up for just a second, Paul, and you could come join us. I'd like to introduce our newest deputy county manager to Ramsey County. This is his third week, I believe, on the job. He's deputy county manager of our health and wellness service team. This health and wellness service team is comprised of the departments of social services, financial assistance services, public health, community corrections, healthcare services, veteran services, and health and wellness administration. In 2018, that group made up 49% of the county's budget and about 55% of the county's staff. This is not a small team, and it's in many ways the place where much of what you talked about this morning, about who we are and where our heart and soul lie, comes to life in the day-to-day work with many thousands of staff. Prior to becoming assistant commissioner, Dr. Allwood was director of occupational health and safety at the University of Minnesota. And before that, he served as an assistant professor in the Division of Environmental Health Services and assistant director of public and occupational health at the University of Minnesota. He came from the Department of Health as an assistant commissioner. Before that, I missed that in there too. A long, storied resume, but more importantly, a wonderful human being in person and leader as well. We've been really excited to add Paul to our leadership team, and if you'd like to add a few words of your own, please.
Dr. Allwood, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, commissioners, and good morning, everyone. my new boss, the county manager, said I've been on the job for 3 weeks, but given all the holidays, it's only 7 days, and it's been a fast 7 days. But I'm really very excited to be part of the Ramsey County team. As many of the people who were sworn in this morning have said, there's some exciting things happening here at the county. We're nation leading in many of the things that we're trying to do here, and I think it's going to be wonderful to be part of this. And I'm really coming on board with a whole lot of enthusiasm, based upon my own personal interest in work around health equity and racial equity, which I think are very important things for us to get a handle on as a community, as a state, and as a country. So I'm looking forward to great things as part of as a member of the Ramsey County team. Thank you very much.
Welcome. All right, outside board and committee reports, I'll ask unless we have something really pressing, we move on from this item.
Can I just acknowledge one thing can happen, Mr. Chair?
You get one thing.
One thing. Well, I actually wanted to.
Ortega raises his finger, one thing.
Mr. Chair, I just want to acknowledge, of course, that we've had swearing in of our constitutional officers yesterday. Our legislators will get sworn in at 11 o'clock today. We have some new Ramsey County legislators, so I wish them all congratulations. And really, I just wanted to acknowledge the passing of a state legislator, Tom Ricavina, who died of leukemia. He passed away yesterday. He was a noted fighter for the people, and I just wanted to have him in our thoughts and prayers as a legislator that really fought on behalf of all of Minnesota.
Thank you for that. Commissioner Reinhardt.
I do want to add to that because Tommy went from being a legislator also then to being a county commissioner, so we worked with him in that respect as well. But I will never forget, and I actually told the story on Facebook last night, during the sesquicentennial of the state of Minnesota, the session was in its winding down hours, and Tommy got up to give an impassioned speech because every time he opened his mouth, it was an impassioned speech. And just as he was really revving up, the fireworks went off, and it literally shook the chambers. And he said, "And see, even God believes me." And so he will be so missed, and such a force in this for our counties, for our state. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Thank you. All right. With no other business, one last congratulations to all the newly sworn in elected officials today. Looking forward to a busy and productive 2019. Our next item will be the Housing and Redevelopment Authority meeting. We'll have the Regional Rail Authority meeting, both short meetings for organizational purposes. We'll have a reception out in the hallway for all the folks. And we also want to get our brand new county board photo with the new board here taken in the chambers. So with that, we're adjourned.
I was gonna get you. No, but Tommy.